Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Jason Rockman, and welcome to the Rockman Power Hour Bite Size Edition. We're going to be talking to somebody that is absolutely a legend in the soundtrack world. He's an accomplished musician, been for decades and decades, and he's also scored over 100 films, and he's involved with the new Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness movie. Yes, Danny Elfman will join us today on the Rockman Power Hour. But let me bring in my co-host, Ryan Stick. I'm not sure if he's a big fan of Danny Elfman.
Yes.
Okay. Danny has scored so many things. Nightmare Before Christmas, As You're Holding, Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, so on. Like, you'll see when we chatted, he scored over 100 films. And the guy is an absolute genius. He's also the founding member of Oingo Boingo and just had a performance at Coachella that shook the world. I mean, the entire world was talking about Danny Elfman at Coachella. Who would have ever thought? And, his band was comprised of some of the best players that you can find, like Josh Freese was playing drums. His guitar player was Wes Borland, and it was really cool when Wes posted, this is the first time that I'm going on stage without wearing anything, like without any kind of getup. I mean, he just went out and played guitar. But it was a brilliant performance, and everybody was talking about it. Everybody was talking about how good Danny looked. I mean, the guy's jacked. And it was, who can go from an Oingo Boingo song to the theme from The Simpsons? He can, because he's written both of those. So,
jacked, you say?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm a big fan of Danny Elfman. I love Beetlejuice, as you do. I have a really good friend of mine who we're going to throw a picture up right now. This is my friend Shannon from LA. She is a dog walker, and she walked Danny's dog Moochie for years. So there's a picture of her and Julia actually in LA from a few years back with Moochie, the late great Moochie, who I actually got a chance to meet many times, walk, play ball with. Just an incredible dog, and we bring that up in the chat. He let's just say he holds Moochie near and dear to his heart, literally. I mean, you couldn't get nearer or dearer to Danny Elfman's heart than the way Moochie is immortalized right now. But it was a really fun chat. But before we go too far, I want to thank Heartbeat Hot Sauce, who are always with us. They're absolutely incredible sponsors of the podcast. So if you listen to our podcast every week, even past the snack size edition, they're always with us. And I'm holding up the Scorpion, which is a very spicy one. You can tell in the back they've got the heat meter, and that is not quite into the extra hot, but this will bring the heat if you put this on anything. So definitely check them out. And of course, the thanks to Studio House Designs, always keeping us looking fresh.
Yeah, and Danny does not just score down, Tim Burton movies. He worked with Clive Barker on Nightbreed, and a very close relationship with Sam Raimi. And speaking of, what do you say, man?
Let's go.
Do you think it's time to rock?
I think we should go right to it. Here's my chat with Danny Elfman, who has scored Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Man, how are you doing?
Hey, how are you? So, Danny, I've walked your dog Moochie. Shannon Stuckloff's one of my best friends.
Oh my God. What a small world.
I know.
And now Moochie lives here.
I know. I saw that. And I've also met Yuki, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk to you about Doctor Strange. And I'm really happy to talk to you today. I got to see the movie over the weekend, and I absolutely love the movie. And I love the fact that Sam Raimi was at the helm. And I just felt that, you being in there with him, it was like two peas in a pod. What was it like to collaborate on that soundtrack?
Well, collaborating with Sam is always just a joy. He's really uniquely just the nicest guy to work with. Not that other directors aren't nice, but with Sam, it's really, special. We go all the way back till, I don't know, late 80s or early 90s with Darkman. And I met my wife on the set of one of his movies that she was in called The Simple Plan. So we really do go back. And he's fun because when we're on together going over music, he jokes a lot. Yeah. And it makes me joke a lot. And the sessions become it's just a nice experience overall.
you know, you've done so much, and you know, your body of work speaks for itself. It's almost like when you know your name's on something, it's going to be good. Um, how do you push yourself to top the stuff that you've done, or do you not even live in that space when you're creating?
No, you know, once you get past 100 films, you stop thinking about the fact that you've done 100 films because, you know, it'll start to like become a burden. So you just don't think of it. I just think about the movie I'm on.
Right.
What is the tone? What are the requirements? What do I need to support? You know, what do I need to bring? And if possible, can I bring something unique to it also? Something special, you know, and not every film has the vehicle for that. Doctor Strange did, because it had this classic Raimi-isms that I was able to latch onto and get back into some really kind of retro fun stylisms that Sam's work kind of allows or even demands sometimes. And so it was a really it was a nice space to inhabit. I was really enjoying writing. I was so much enjoying writing. Every time I was writing for Strange and writing for Wanda, I was just really loving it because I had so many variations on their themes. Strange, his theme also became the love theme for him and Christine, and Wanda's theme got to go through so many changes from tragic to kind of nasty, but her character was so fun to follow. So the two of them, it just provided a great canvas to work in.
Well, thank you for taking the time to chat. And it's, you know, the Mondo pre-order came out. It's a day one pre-order for me. And it was really good to talk to you today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So that was really, really short, but it was really, really sweet. And I'm really, really glad we were able to do a little snack size edition to get that up. If you have not seen Doctor Strange yet, Ryan and I have seen it. It's great. It's Sam Raimi everywhere. It is exactly what you want. It's just nice to see them working together, and it's nice to see that Danny Elfman, you know, at 68 years old, is still in a creative space, is not resting on his laurels at all, is always working, and you can tell that it keeps him young. It keeps his mind young, keeps his spirit young, and
big shout out. He released a solo song in 2020, or a solo album.
Yeah.
And Happy is badass. Everybody listening or watching right now, after you're done this, make sure you look up Danny Elfman Happy. It is so fucking cool. Great video too.
Yeah, no, he's listen, the guy has done so much, and the fact that we got to have him on here, even if it was for a few minutes, we're really, really grateful. So thanks to everybody who made that happen. And I just want to give a big shout out to my friend Shannon, who did get this signed for me years ago. This is one of the crown jewels of my collection, Ryan. The fact that I have this signed by Danny Elfman. I know. And he signed the insert for me too. So that meant a lot to have him on the podcast today.
Yeah. So true story. I was exhausted the other day, and I was going for an afternoon nap because I was allotted some time to actually do so. And I fell asleep for 5 minutes, and I woke up, and I don't know how, but Oingo Boingo was playing on YouTube, and it was live.
Okay.
And I'm like, wow, this is really good. Oh, this is Oingo Boingo. All right, I'll go back to sleep once a shitty song starts. It didn't happen, man.
Yeah. And I got so many people asking when I posted that I chatted with Danny that, you know, did you ask Oingo Boingo questions? Like, no, I didn't have a chance to, but we are actively working on getting him on the proper podcast for a nice long conversation, so we can definitely come in with some Oingo Boingo questions.
Dude, I love the part where he showed his tribute to Moochie on his chest, because I have a similar tribute to my cat Shadow. I miss her very much every day, and this is where she lives now too.
And thanks a lot for enjoying our Rockman Power Hour. What's it called? Snack size? Mini size? Bite size? Who fucking knows? Thanks for being with us. We appreciate you, and we'll see you soon.